Hey everyone. We've been looking together at this particular uh, saying, conduct that is sincere and devoted, or sincere and devoted practice or conduct. I have shared 3 previous videos, and this is the last video of this particular series on these Chinese characters, sincere and devoted conduct or practice. So if you haven't seen the previous ones, go ahead and check those out. They should pop up here towards the end of this video. What I'd like to conclude on this particular saying is that regardless of what we do, there is no way to jump out of the hand of the Buddha. We live, just stick with me for a second. Symbolically speaking, we live on the hand of the Buddha. And there's no way to jump out of the hand of the Buddha. This is a saying of Shinran, the founder of the Pure Land Buddhism. Even the most hardened criminal cannot jump out of the hand of the Buddha. No matter what we do and where we are never outside of the house of the Buddha. We can't leave. This could be very good news for those of us who have the tendency to self-criminate ourselves or to judge ourselves very harshly. This could be very good news for us, no matter what conduct we've been doing, no matter how insincere we've been, no matter how poor our concentration is, we are never outside of the house of the Buddha. It's meant to be, that's the context in which this saying of not being able to jump out of the hand of the Buddha is meant. It's for those of us who feel a sense of remorse for how we've been conducting ourselves. No matter how bad we have been, we can never leave the house of the Buddha. We're always inside the Buddha's heart. We're always inside the Buddha's heart. The Buddha is always inside of our heart. Right? This is, and I want to emphasize that this particular saying doesn't give us license to do anything we want. It's particularly for those of us who tend to be highly judgmental and critical of ourselves, and that we come to that from a place of sincerity, but also kind of a remorseful heart, one that realizes their own mistakes and knows that they can do better. This message is for you, for those of us who know that we can do better. There's no way to jump out of the house of the Buddha. The Buddha is always inside of our heart, no matter how poorly we speak to others, how insincere our thoughts are, how insincere our words are, or how unconcentrated we may happen to be with our conduct. We are always inside the house of the Buddha. Thank you. And this concludes this series on sincere and devoted conduct. If you haven't seen the other ones, you might want to look at those to get the fuller context of what I've been talking about.